Hold on, I got a phone. Keys. What else we got in here? Got some wallet. It's in there somewhere. Whoop, that's, you don't want to pull that out. There it is. Pocket survival kit. Are these things worth it? What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft. So we are in the loft of our warehouse, going through a few bins, taking them over to school property, and while I was doing that, I came across one of these pocket survival kits. Somebody gave this to my son, and it ended up in with all of our gear, because we literally have tote after tote after tote of just gear, equipment, knives. Heaven for us bushcrafters and survivalists. So I thought it'd be cool because it's super rainy here all week in Pennsylvania and I'm about done with being wet, so it'd be cool to dig into one of these kits. Now I opened the kit, being totally honest, like about, does the kit even open? I opened it about this much, and then I was like, ooh, let's wait and see on video what's in this thing and talk a little bit about it. All right, so quick disclosure, I am not a huge fan of the whole pocket survival anything in general. It's better than nothing, in my opinion, but I think that for what you get out of these kits, you really have to have a pretty high skill set to be able to really, you know, make a lot happen with these things. And then on top of it, I just look at it like, okay, I have this kit with these different things in, or as you saw in about a bazillion of my videos, we can just take like a water bottle, a T60, and some type of fire starting device, and like I'm like this versus this, you could see it's like maybe 2 of these kits. Now it is a little bit thicker, so we'll say 3 of these would equal like the size of this, so this gets a lot more done in my opinion, realistically, than the kit. But listen, at the end of the day, if you like pocket survival kits, use them. I just think I'm just not the biggest fan of them, but we're gonna dig in here and see what's good, what's bad, and what we can, you know, turn out from this thing. All right, so we're gonna tear into this tin. Now what I can say is this is a really nice tin, really nice tight fit on the lid itself. The only downfall, it does have this rubber seal on the inside, which I'm assuming I could probably dig out because it seems almost like it's like a silicone seal, but you'd have to melt that out if you're going to use this for char or anything like that, okay? So first thing we see in here is some basic survival tips. What I do like about these in these survival tins, because I've seen a couple tins with these things in there, it gives you in a situation that seems maybe not hopeful, something to preoccupy your mind. So you can sit and read this, and I like that idea overall. All right, where we got next here is we have water purification powder. So that's always a positive. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Again, I'm more a boiling type guy because you can get the water a little bit quicker, but in warmer weather, we know boiling can cause a little bit of an issue because you got to wait for the water. You're sitting next to a fire. So not bad overall. We're thinking a general style kit. Just an empty bag, I don't know, that serves no purpose. I'm happy to see that they have Yuko survival matches in here, so that's nice, and I could tell back on the inside is extra strikers, so that's a super positive. We're going to throw that on that positive side over with this, and so far so good. For not liking survival kits, not bad. Rubber band, ton of different stuff you can do with that, not only bushcraft wise, but fire starting and stuff, so okay there. All right, button compass. Let's see if this thing works. Is it working? No, I can tell you right now. Now it might be because we're in a big metal building. That might be the case, but it doesn't seem like, looking at it this way, it doesn't seem like it's floating around too well. So we're gonna put that off to the side. Those things always get me a little bit not sure about it. Fishing kit. So we have some lures, some hooks. Not bad overall, some sinkers. We just need to make sure there's fishing line in here. There's no line in here. So that is not good. As of right now, we're gonna keep this off to the side. Sewing kit, buttons, safety pins, stuff like that. Good, but do you really need it in a survival type situation? I think that general outdoors, yes, but this I'll say I'm throw this on the no-go side. All right, we got some of these little fire starters, these like plugs. I like them. They work real nice. They should be in a bag though. So these things have fuel that are actually impregnated in them. So if they sit open like this, they actually dry out. Now they're dry, but the fuel will evaporate off. So there's something I think they should be probably in. Maybe they were in this originally. I don't know. All right, small ferro rod and a striker. Okay, let's see if this thing works. We'll pull this apart. Nice compact little kit, but again, it gives us another lighting option. So I don't think it's the worst thing. I mean, it'll get the job done. So if you need a couple little strikes, not bad. We'll put this in a not bad pile because I think we're getting away with everything else pretty good. This is a bag like to get water or if you need to do anything else with. So that's not a bad option. But the boiling option, again, you know, that's my favorite. But little bag in there for water collection and stuff like that. We have zip ties, which I don't think off the top of my head there's too many things other than repair type things that we would need that for. That could probably get ditched. Here we have a Fresnel lens, so we can light fires through solar. So that would work good because you can make char with the container, and then you would need to use this if you're in a sunny environment. If you're in Pennsylvania this week, we don't have a drop of sun. This thing's not doing anything. The other nice part of this, though, too, is that if you have any splinters or wounds, you can at least use it for magnification. So that's okay. I actually want to move the ferro rod over. I like going a little fire heavy with that. So now we have, what do we got in here? We'll do this while we're here. So it looks like a lens cleaning cloth. Oh, a signal mirror. So that's not bad at all. Got a signal mirror in there. One thing I could tell you now, just looking at this though, is if you have your magnifier and your compass and a folding compass, that eliminates all three of these things. Now this is a little bit more compact, but you're getting a better bang for your buck with just a normal flip style compass. So those put off to the side. All right, what do we got here? So this is, these are small candles. This is maybe one of the coolest things I've ever seen one of these kits. This is 2 candles. Candles are huge for fire starting because you can light this and it will just keep on burning. Also some light around camp with this. So I really like this, and this doesn't take up much room, and as you know, I carry candles in my haversack often, so I really like those. And then of course we got the good boo-boo kits. I am not a big fan of Band-Aids. Overall, I think that if you have a wilderness first aid class, you'll understand this is more a comfort item. So it's not taking up too much room in here, but it's not anything super necessary. That's it then at the bottom of the tin. So what do I think overall? I think that this stuff, the fishing kit really let me down. I mean, we have no line to use this. Now, of course, if you have lacing or anything like that, you can use, but there is no fishing line with that. So that is a huge letdown. And all this other like repair type stuff, although I think it's really important with Bushcraft and having it, when it comes to the survival end of it, it's not the end all. Again, if I might have just mentioned this, sorry, but compass, I think if you just had a good compass with you, would eliminate all this. And then we're down to this stuff. So like a rubber band is null pretty much. The bag for water collection, okay, but when you get a hole in this, you're sort of up the creek without a paddle. So that's really something metal is going to take you way further. So I would rather see somebody with this than this. All right, back up, and I understand we're trying to fit it in here. So I mean, what does that strip us down to? Well, that strips us down to matches and fire starting, which is, there's lots of it here, water purification powder, and something to mentally get you through. And I could tell you from being on alone, when I was on alone, mentally getting you through in a long-term situation is super helpful. So having something, and again, if you're building your own kit, maybe it's a picture of your family, maybe it's some little quotes or something, that will get you a far way. So we went fire intensive here, and water secondary pretty much, and the rest of the stuff, it is what it is. So the hard part though is, thinking right now about the survival priorities: fire, water, shelter, food. We know that in a short-term scenario, we drop that food situation. So fire, water, and shelter. Fire is covered here. Water is, I would say, 50% covered. You'd have to tag team these two things together, but it'd be 100% covered if we had this. So, let's take that into consideration. And the biggest thing here is the shelter component, which shelters generally don't fit in here. So people think, well, I'm going to construct a shelter. Well, if it's a bad situation like it is here in Pennsylvania right now, that it literally has been raining for 3.5 days straight, try to build a shelter in that. You can, but you're going to be soaking wet until you get it's just not good. So having a shelter, and it doesn't have to be one of our shelters, but having some type of shelter to deploy is very, very important. So again, does this trump all of this? I think, but again, if you enjoy these things, put them together. They're a great add-on to what else you're carrying out into the woods. But I would say definitely when you buy these types of kits, what you always want to do is you want to go through these in great detail, think each item through like we just did, and then maybe supplement it with some of your own things that you feel are more valuable to your situation. All right, and just like that, video is all done. Thanks for joining for this one. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our cool classes, our cool merchandise, our cool blogs. And until the next video, stay in the woods or just stay somewhere dry, because it's wet out there, folks.